All right. So, in five, four, three, two, one. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Junior Golf Podcast. I am your host, Ro Thompson. And man, as always, we got a special guest on the podcast. Man, we have Colby Morris representing the Payne Stewart Foundation. And so, hey, Colby, how you doing, man?
Good, Ro. Great to be with you this evening. Yeah, thanks so much for having us on.
Hey, thanks for being on, man. I know we've been planning this out for a while, and we finally got together and nailed down a date. And so looking forward to hearing about the foundation.
Absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to being with you for a little while here and sharing a little bit more. We're always looking to create awareness. So this is an opportunity to do that one more time. So just thankful for the opportunity to be with you.
Great, great. But listen, before we get into the foundation and what all the foundation is doing right now, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. I live in the upstate of South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina area. So not too far from you, being in the state as
Right.
well. But grew up in the upstate and played multiple sports as a kid. Then kind of jumped into basketball and golf were kind of my two main sports, and then ultimately golf took me all the way to college. And I was telling you a little bit about that story. There's a whole lot of details I won't get into, but
Right.
really, was able to achieve originally going to play some small college golf at the NAI level, and then took a break for a couple of years and went into the golf industry really through the more uncommon way of just working at a public golf course and serving as an assistant golf professional and cutting my teeth in the industry that way. And
Hmm.
just a little bit more about myself. Since that time, I'm married. My wife and I, her name's Lauren. We have three kids, two girls and a boy. And so we are all into youth sports from the get go here, every season. My a little bit about my background and how I got into being a part of the team with Payne Stewart Kids Golf Foundation is really after serving as an assistant pro and really predominantly focusing in the area of junior golf instruction.
Okay.
Went to serve on staff at an organization called Upward Sports that actually started in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and
Okay.
we served churches with resources to run basketball, flag football, and soccer leagues. And so when I was on the team there, we actually began having some conversations. There was a collective group of us, some that were on staff at Upward, some that were not, that were serving in the golf industry, about what would it look like to really do beginner golf
Okay.
with youth sports organizations. And so we kind of began this conversation all the way back in 2012, really, and it didn't really come to fruition until 2020. But that's a little bit about me and my background. So yeah.
Okay, good deal, good deal. And so when it comes to the foundation, because you touched on that a little bit. Um,
Mhm.
tell us how that give us the backstory on that.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, there's a collective group of us. There's a gentleman named Kelly McCammon that's worked in the golf industry, Class A professional.
Okay.
He's been in the industry now for 30 years. And Kelly, to make a longer story short, we started talking about this back in 2012. We were introduced to the Stewart family around
Okay.
2014, 2015, and really that initiated what ultimately became a part of what we're doing today. But they really shared with us they had a desire to use Payne's legacy
Hmm.
to create opportunities for kids to be introduced to the game of golf. And
Okay.
one of the components of that, as you remember, and for anybody that's watching and listening, if you remember Payne Stewart, one of the things that was really important to him was character and faith and family and fun. Those are some pillars that he really made a part of his life. And so
Right.
they loved the opportunity of taking beginner golf and bringing it to kids in spaces where they're learning all other youth sports. And um, so fast forward to 2020, late 2019, 2020, we ultimately got together, put a plan together, presented
Hmm.
that to the Stewarts, and they gave us the blessing of using his name, image, and likeness to launch ultimately what is Payne Stewart Kids Golf Foundation. And what we do through Payne Stewart Kids Golf Foundation is we partner with organizations and help them run what we call Payne Stewart Golf Experiences.
Okay.
And so that's a part of what we do. There's some other things that we do, but ultimately at our core, we serve our partner organizations with all the resources they need to implement Payne Stewart Golf Experiences.
Yeah, that's awesome. Payne Stewart was one of those tour players that seemed like everybody liked Payne.
Yep.
And of course, when he passed away in the plane crash, it was just like devastating to a lot of people. So it's
Mm.
great that y'all are able to carry on his legacy through the foundation.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you a quick story just to touch on that about Payne.
Hmm.
One of the things that we hear repeatedly about Payne Stewart is that if you ever got the chance to meet him, everybody that was able to will always tell you, man, from the moment I met him, he made me feel like he was my best friend.
Wow.
He was
Yeah.
just uniquely gifted in that way. That was just a
Hmm.
part of who he was, part of his nature and his makeup. And so he made a difference on many lives, that he touched when he was alive and continues to
Right.
do today. His story continues to resonate with people today.
Yeah, we see a lot of those pictures, with the statue of Payne just kind
That's
of
right.
giving that little pump. That's a now where did they keep that? Where did they have that statue?
That is right behind the 18th green at Pinehurst number 2.
Pioneers number two is, and they're doing the PGA there this year, right?
The U.S. Open will be there
U.S.
at
Open, right?
number
U.S.
2 this
Open,
year, and it's actually, you can
right?
believe this or not, this year is the 25th anniversary of his win in 1999, the year that he passed away. So I think they've got a lot of things planned to
Right.
commemorate that. They want to celebrate his legacy in the game and who
Hmm.
he was as a person. And so I just can't wait to see what the USGA and Pinehurst number 2 have planned for that event specifically, and how they're going to just celebrate Payne's win there in '99.
Right. And you're gonna get a chance to go?
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, well, good. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a chance to meet and whatnot when if I get a chance to come up there. Now
That's right.
you talk a little bit about the goal of the foundation, and I know you said it focus on beginners. Do y'all do anything with intermediate players or advanced juniors? You know, Give us a little bit of information on that.
Yeah, great question. I'll share with you our vision and our mission. Our vision is to create beginner golf experiences for all
Okay.
children.
Okay.
And our mission is to develop healthy kids for life through the fun of golf. And so we want to create as many beginner golf experiences for kids as we can. And we do that by partnering with and serving organizations with what they need. Um,
Okay.
the thing that makes us unique, I would say, from a sports standpoint, and why we do what we do is we truly do want to make a difference beyond the game.
Okay.
The sport itself, golf, is really, there's so many things that we learn through playing the game of golf. We learn character and sportsmanship and integrity, and a lot of those things, because of the way the game is played, we learn those things almost naturally. We
Right.
learn that, okay, I gotta keep my own score. I've got to be honest with my playing partners or my competitors
Integrity.
about my score, and we learn to
Right.
be patient and show sportsmanship. And I mean, we learn how to, inevitably we hopefully learn how to win well, and we learn how to lose well in those
Right.
moments. But one of the things that's unique about what we do is we provide, I'll tell you a little bit about Payne Stewart golf experiences.
Okay.
When we partner with an organization, we provide them with what we call a turnkey package. And so
Okay.
what that means is we provide them with curriculum, training resources, marketing assets, and equipment so that they can run beginner golf programming at their facility.
Okay.
And to your question, when you talk about beginners, a lot of people like to say that we do junior golf, and I would
Right.
say we're not in the junior golf space. We're in the beginner golf space.
To grow the
Operation
game.
36, First Tee, PGA Junior League, PGA Junior Golf Camps, all these incredible junior golf programs that are happening for the most part. I would say 90% of those are happening on golf courses, on driving ranges, or green grass facilities,
Correct.
right? We do
Mm-hmm.
not have any green grass facility partners. Everything that we do happens in a gymnasium or on a
Oh,
soccer
wow.
field type space.
Okay.
So we partner with YMCA's, we partner with local churches, we partner
Okay.
with schools, we partner with we have a youth sports franchise group that they'll rent facilities like at Parks and Recs, and green grass soccer field space they'll rent. And so everything we do
Right.
truly is beginner golf. Our core age range that we target is really 4 to 9 year olds. And so
Okay.
one of our favorite phrases to use, and it sounds funny saying this, but it applies. We're like T-ball for golf. We
Okay.
use
Yeah.
specialized learning equipment
Yeah.
so that kids can have fun and that they can have success, just like you do in T-ball and in basketball. That when you start on a 7 foot high rim, not on a 10 foot high rim. In
Correct.
soccer, you start with a smaller goal, smaller field, smaller ball. The same, we apply the same to golf and Payne Stewart
I
golf.
like it. I
Yeah.
like it. Because it's so what it sounds, what you're doing essentially, Colby, is you're just giving them a taste of what golf could be. And then after they get a taste of the program that you all have, now they can go to the courses. They can go to the to the to the to the first tee, and they can
Right.
go to the there's a great program called is it 360? What's the name
With
of it?
Operation 36.
Operation 36. Yep.
Yep.
Operation 36. That's a great program. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of great programs that the kids can get involved in to even further the golf experience. So that's really
That's,
good.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we would say, a matter of fact, I had one of these conversations earlier today. We
Hmm.
would say that we want to be a feeder into all those other things that are happening on courses with, that are most of the time led by PGA teaching pros. And
Right.
so, we don't want to be seen as a competitor in that space. We really
Correct.
want to, I look at it as a funnel. The
Okay.
biggest end of the funnel is at the top, and your better players always filter down through that funnel. And
That's
so we
correct.
want we want to keep filling the biggest end of that funnel and get as many 4 and 5 and 6 year olds as we can to be introduced to the game. And where they go from there, ultimately we can't control that, but we want to say, hey, parents, if you're in this community or that community, look for these programs if you're ready for that jump from beginner golf to junior golf. If you're ready to go from stage 1 to stage 2, find a local pro, whether it's a teaching pro or it's a first tee, or if it's an Operation 36 or a PGA Junior Golf Camp. There's a lot of options, and so we can only control what we can control, and that's providing the best experiences that we can for kids to be introduced to the game, and
Right.
then see them continue on, in their development in their local communities at through some of those other programs.
That's right. Because we started our son in the Little Legends program. That was a program that was introduced by the South Carolina Junior Golf Association. So we
Yeah.
started him in that program when he was probably 4 years old. And I think it
Okay.
was a little early, but they went ahead and they allowed him to get into it because I think it was supposed to be 5, but he was 3. We was like, hey, we really want to get him into the game, so they
Yeah.
said,
He
okay,
looked like a
let him.
5 year old, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, man, what's been some of the challenges that y'all have that y'all have faced with the foundation?
Yeah, great question. You know, a little bit about us, a little bit of detail is
Yeah.
that when Payne was alive, they started the Payne Stewart Family Foundation, and that is
Okay.
really, the family still works with the PGA Tour for the Payne Stewart Award that's given annually. There's a player
Okay.
selected every year by the PGA Tour, and to be awarded the Payne Stewart Award based on character and sportsmanship and integrity. And
Yeah, I
so
think I've seen Stuart Sinkman that award, I think.
that's right. Yeah, there's been they started in I don't want to get it wrong, but I think they started in 2002.
Okay.
Away the Payne Stewart Award, and so
All right.
there's been 20 something Payne Stewart Award winners,
Okay.
and our organization, the Payne Stewart Kids Golf Foundation, we're a separate organization.
Okay.
The Stewarts are a part of who we are and what we do, for
Right.
sure. But as a result, a lot of times people think that we've been around for a long time, and the truth is we really haven't. We started doing what we do in March of 2020. so
Okay. That's 4 years
so
ago.
that's right. So we,
Yeah.
as a result, we lost all of 2020 because while golf was booming on course and at driving ranges, what we do, no kids were going to YMCA's or churches
No
or gymnasiums, all those things
gyms
down.
shut down.
And so the
Right.
golf boom really didn't help us. And that's okay. That's one of those things that's out of our control, that was just happening. But as a
Mm.
result, I would say that's one of the challenges that we faced, is really creating awareness about who we are and what we
Okay.
do. And we're starting to see that trend continue to rise and rise and rise, and there being awareness created. I mean, this is evidence of that. You and I getting connected, but we're just trying to continually create awareness about what a Payne Stewart golf experience is, and how easy it really is to do it. Because the other thing that I would say, from a challenge standpoint that we faced, is really this paradigm shift,
Mhm.
where a lot of people think that to run a Payne Stewart golf experience, you need a set of clubs, you need a driving range, you need a golf course, you need a teaching
Golf
pro,
balls. Right.
you need golf, but yeah, all the above.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
reality is that none of that is true.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
because when we partner with the YMCA
Mhm.
or whoever our partner is, they pay an annual fee, and we provide them the equipment to be able to reach as many kids as they can through beginner golf. And so
Okay.
all the tools and all the resources are there. They already have the facilities. And so the paradigm shift really comes with that awareness and that education about, okay, this is introductory, this is beginner. We don't need a golf course. We don't need a teaching pro. The
Right.
main the leaders that we have running programs are youth sport leaders, they're volunteers,
Okay.
they're parents, they're some of them are school teachers. So I mean, we've really made it so simple to run an incredible beginner golf experience, but it's just a matter of creating that awareness and continuing to
Right.
do that. Yeah, so that's probably our biggest challenge, I would say.
Okay. And how many connections have y'all had over the last 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, so we have, since 2020. I would say that right now, approximately, we're going to see somewhere between 15 to 20,000 kids go through Payne Stewart
Okay.
golf experiences this year.
That's
Uh,
incredible.
and that's through all of our partnership channels. So
Right.
some of those are pay for play experiences, and some of those
Mhm.
are experiences that are being run by organizations that want to sponsor kids in communities that couldn't afford to be introduced to
Yeah.
the game of golf any other way. So,
Right.
we're kind of touching, like I say, all ends of the spectrum there. We want to reach as many kids as we can, for sure.
Okay. And are y'all only in South Carolina, or have y'all expanded to other states?
National. Yeah, national.
National.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Yeah.
That's
We're
huge.
all across the country. We're not in every state currently, but we're in 20 plus
Okay.
states.
Okay.
And we do have some awesome partnerships with the Air Force, and so we actually have 3 locations overseas through the Air
Oh,
Force. Yeah,
okay. That's
so that's
great.
that's one of
International.
our that's one of our partnership channels that we're just really excited and passionate about. Really thankful for, to be able to serve military families.
That's good. That's great. And what would you say what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment to date?
Oh, great question. I think above all else, our biggest accomplishment has just been to with any challenge that we faced, no matter what, we've been able to overcome that. Starting something from scratch to get to where we are today. But I
Right.
think I would say the thing that we're most proud of is just being able to say that, we're reaching more kids each year. We're seeing more kids play each year. We're seeing more partnerships. When I say partnerships, we have what we call channels. So like
Okay.
YMCA's, churches, all those. So we're just continuing to try and create
On
as
the
many
channel.
partnerships through those channels as we can.
Okay, that's great. And what's in store? What's in store for the foundation? I mean, what do y'all see in the future happening with this, Payne Stewart, Golf Foundation?
Yeah. So we, in 2023, last December, we did have the inaugural Payne Stewart Invitational, which was a major fundraising event for our foundation.
Wow.
It was run by Mike Flasky Entertainment. So if you're familiar with the Lake Tahoe event that's televised every year, or the Invited Celebrity Classic,
Yeah,
Mike
Steph
Flasky,
Curry won it last year.
that's right, yeah. So the gentleman Mike Flasky and his team that put on that
Okay.
event, they're
Yeah.
helping us run our event. They do an incredible job. So um,
Okay.
we're incredibly thankful for MF Entertainment. That's what they go by. So just an awesome partnership there to see what they've been able to do and help us create the Payne Stewart Invitational. But what's coming down the road is really more partnerships. So that means more Payne Stewart golf experiences more Payne Stewart golf experiences are going to be happening in more locations and more communities around the country, which we just couldn't be more excited about that.
That's great. Now, where do y'all host the Payne Stewart Invitational?
Last year was at the Floridian in
Okay. Okay.
down in Palm Beach. Yeah, so we'll be back there again this year, and
Okay.
hopefully the following year for sure. So we're looking at a 3-year plan there, and then we'll
Oh,
see if
great.
we stay there, if we go anywhere else. Yeah,
All right. And that's in Florida?
it is. Yeah, and we had some awesome celebrities that helped us be a part of that event. Some key names. We had Vince Carter. He was one of the celebrities that played in it. So I mean, we had
Sure.
some awesome you know celebrities, athletes that participate in that event to help us raise money for the foundation to be able to support experiences happening in communities where it would never happen otherwise. So
Yeah, when you say Payne Stewart, man, everybody's gonna, want to help. I mean, it's just one
we
of
hope.
those good names in golf, man. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
we hope.
So, Colby, anybody that you would love to give a shout out to in terms of who's been a big part of the foundation as well as yourself, you have anybody that's, right hand that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, no, just our whole team. Like I said, there's a collective group of us. Kelly
Yeah.
McCann was the gentleman that brought us all together and initially launched what we're doing.
Okay.
Dan Anderson, who does marketing for us, and we've got two other gentlemen, Stephen McGrory and Kaz McCaslin, that are helping us. So it
Yeah.
takes a team. It's not any one person.
That's
It
right.
takes an army of people to be able to do what we do each and every day. And so we do have another young lady that works with us. I'll just give a shout out to her as well. Her name is Kennedy Meissner.
Okay.
And cool story here. Kennedy was a college player at Southern Methodist University down in Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
where Payne Stewart, actually, that's his alma mater. That's where he played.
SMU. Okay.
As well as his son, Aaron Stewart, played at SMU as well.
Okay.
And so Kennedy was a college golfer at SMU and reached out about interning with us, and is now on our team as a team member. And so we couldn't be more excited about how that story came to be, right?
Right.
So everything kind of lined up there. But yeah, it takes a team. It's not any one person. It's all of us together trying to move the mission forward, for sure.
That's great. That's great. And if someone wanted to give to the foundation, Colby, how can they uh give to the Payne Stewart Foundation?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. So you can go to paynestewart.org,
Okay.
paynestewart.org. Pretty simple. If you need to reach out about contacting us on how to give, or if you can't find the link to give on there, it's pretty simple to find that. But you can always email us. You can find that email address on the website. You can go to you can email contact@paynestewart.org. That's
All right.
contact@paynestewart.org to get information about how you can bring this to your community. Maybe you're a member of a YMCA and you want to bring it to your Y. So send us an
Okay.
email. Let us know how we can serve you. Yeah, but that's where you can find everything.
Right. And your social media handles are what? Because that's how I found y'all on social media.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Instagram is Payne Stewart Golf, and
Okay.
Facebook is the same as well. It's at Payne Stewart Golf. So, excuse me, at Payne Stewart Golf Experiences. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So yeah, but check
Well,
us out
let's
on Facebook, and we'll look forward to posting some stuff.
That's great, man. Well, listen, this has been a great podcast. We appreciate you sharing a ton of information about the foundation. Is there anything else you want to share with us, as we get ready to bring this podcast to a close?
No, the only other thing I would say, just about thanking anybody, is the Stewarts, their family, because my name's Colby Morris, and not Payne Stewart, and
Right.
this, this is really, we want to honor the Stewarts. We want to honor Tracy and Chelsea and Aaron,
Right.
and their family, and just continue to honor Payne's name and make sure that we, you know, carry on his legacy as best we can because of the blessing they've given us to use his name to do that. So just no, we're excited about the future, and there's a lot more coming.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, listen, from the Junior Golf Podcast family, man, we want to thank you. We want to thank the Payne Stewart Kids, Children's Golf Foundation. We want to thank you all for coming on and sharing your story and letting us know about the foundation. And please stay in touch, okay?
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate all you're doing. Keep telling stories.
For sure. All right. Have a good one.
You too.